Well, this could be a great weekend to let your creativity drive your adventure. Chief Meteorologist Roland Stedham is live at BSU to show us how students are getting creative with STEM.
It's high school students, Brent. In fact, we have 46 projects here, 56 students, and 8 schools being represented at the Idaho STEM Science Engineering Fair. It's a big competition that's going on right now, and the kids are waiting to see who gets to represent Southwest Idaho on their way to the international competition that's going to be going on later this summer in Pennsylvania. Very quickly, I do want to talk about some weather. Here is Jules. I want to introduce you to one of the bright students here at this science fair. Organic crops, are they 100% organic? Hi, Jules. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Great. So are crops 100% organic based on your research?
No, they are not. Conventional farms that use pesticides are unintentionally contaminating organic crops through canal systems.
And how do you know this?
I took two farms. I collected potatoes and the water source from each. I sent them off for testing, and the same pesticides in the conventional farm are also on the organic crops.
Fascinating. So just because it says organic
does not mean it's organic.
Wow. These are the minds of the future right there. Jules, thank you. Congratulations. Good luck.
Thank you.
I hope you win. Well, all these kids have a wonderful chance. So there you can see the hall is filled, and they're all waiting to see who gets to go to the big competition this summer at 5 o'clock this evening. Brent and Natalie, back to you guys in studio.
Thanks, Roland. New at 4.
Students from around Idaho are letting their creativity soar today.
They are showing their best work at the Western Idaho Science and Engineering Fair. KBOI 2's Roland Stedham is live at Boise State to show us how they're embracing STEM education.
STEM education is being embraced just in an amazing way here. I got to talk to Angela Hemingway, and tell me, Dr. Angela, what is going on here? You and I were having some fun right before we came out on camera. Sorry, I'm a little distracted, but...
This is actually the 2nd annual Western Idaho Science and Engineering Fair, and we have students from all over the Treasure Valley here today that are displaying their research projects. They've been doing these for about 6 months. It's in engineering, computer science, biology, you name it. They are doing some fabulous independent research.
It is really cool. I mean, some of the stuff that some of these kids, I'm going to show you something that I never would have dreamed of, but this is big because from here they go where?
From here, 2 projects will be headed on to compete in the International Science and Engineering Fair, sponsored by Intel. So they will be going with us out to Pittsburgh, and they have an opportunity to compete against students from at least 78 other countries. This is huge, and they're competing for nearly $4 million in scholarship prizes, awards, recognition. This is an amazing opportunity for our kids.
Wow, I got goosebumps just thinking about it, Angela. It's cool. It's cool.
It is.
So,
it is.
Anyway, and more than anything, we're stimulating the process of getting kids excited about science and engineering, aren't we?
Giving them the opportunity to do hands-on science. The judges were in here today. They are engineers and computer scientists and software developers, and they are recognizing the importance of doing this as kids move on into post-secondary and on into their careers.
I love it. I love it. Okay, Angela, thank you. We're going to show you one of the fascinating projects here in just a second, but I want to get into weather here. For example, a fascinating project. For example, these young ladies, horse hoof helmet. Brianne, please explain to me, what is a horse hoof helmet in a nutshell?
All right. So a horse hoof helmet is, we basically just took the characteristics of a horse hoof, which is one of the strongest elements in our world today, which is 20 times stronger than human bone. And we took it and we decided to make a helmet out of it to be able to help people with TBI and CTE.
Awesome. Clara, did it help?
Yes, it did. It was the strongest helmet out of all the helmets that we tested.
There you go. That's the minds of the future right here at this fair, guys, going on. And they're all waiting to find out at 5 o'clock who wins the competition to represent, to go off to Pittsburgh in that international competition coming up later on this summer. Brent and Natalie, back to you guys in the studio.
Turning to weather, it's going to be a great weekend to let creativity drive your adventure. And Chief Meteorologist Roland Stedham is live at BSU to show us how students are getting creative with STEM.
Natalie, we're here live at the STEM Idaho Science Engineering Fair. We've got kids from here and the Magic Valley that are competing for a very big competition that's going to be going on later this year. It's going to be an international competition, and we'll show you one of the projects. It's fascinating, but first of all, I want to show you what's been happening. So as we come back live right now, Stirling engines and electricity from compost?
Yeah, compost.
What is that theory, Owen?
Well, the theory is that compost will be releasing heat. So if you can create a temperature differential using cooler winter air, the Stirling engine will be cooled down, and then you place the cool Stirling engine on top of the compost, which is warmer. There'll be a natural temperature difference, in which case the Stirling engine will begin to move.
So there you go. We got electricity being made courtesy basically of compost.
Exactly, from garbage.
Garbage.
Exactly.
Fascinating. You know, that's how the atmosphere works, not by garbage, but by convection.
Exactly.
The process of, yes, warm air mixing in with cold air.
Exactly.
Fascinating. Good luck, buddy.
Thank you.
All right, guys, so they're going to find out who wins the competition here at 5 o'clock this evening. In the meantime, we'll have more coming up on the 70 forecast in just a few. Brent and Natalie.
Roland, thank you. High school students from around Idaho are letting their creativity soar today.
They are showing their best work at the Western Idaho Science and Engineering Fair. KBOI 2's Roland Sedham is live at Boise State to show us how they're embracing STEM education.
It's really a fascinating process that we're seeing here, Brent and Natalie. In fact, we have 46 projects, 56 students, and 8 schools being represented between the Treasure and the Magic Valley. And I just want to show you what these kids have done is come up with ideas on their own, and they had to do the research and come up with their conclusions. The future of biohazardous waste material containment, desalination, energy reduction. We mentioned this one earlier, horse hoof helmets. The remodeling of a coronary artery stent. I mean, fascinating. How do you guys come up with this kind of stuff? What is this?
We just got an idea through the trout and pursued it from there.
Okay, so you actually did a stent with a 3D modeling?
Yes, we did. We printed 3 for this year and
Hold
then
one
4
up
for
for
last year.
So explain to me very quickly what it is.
So this is Model 2. It has a 1-inch area between the top of the stent and the bottom of the stent. It is basically to help the liquid flow through at a natural pattern, which is a spiral.
Fascinating. There you go, guys. And I mean, we got all sorts of projects here today. Really, really cool. I want to see your conclusion, ladies. Thank you very much. That is really, really neat. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about what's happening with the weather as well, guys. So this is a fascinating concept. This young man, is it Gregory? It's Gregory, right? A naturally natural bringing plants and animals into cities. What's your concern, Gregory?
The concern would be the 3 biggest environmental issues, in my opinion, which is the lack of food production, climate change, which is affected by air pollution, and loss of biodiversity.
And so your conclusion or what your solution is?
In its most basic form, it's a stackable greenhouse that we'd build over roads. It'd serve as a space for us to grow more food and as a way for us to give a home to animals that are important to the environment.
And we already have parking structures, so we got a platform in many areas already, don't we?
In a way, yes, but this would be more for over intersections and highways that we currently are not using.
Don't you love that imagination? I love it. I love your hypothesis. It's very fascinating. Gregory, good luck to you in the competition. So Brent and Natalie, lots of really cool stuff going on with all of these young minds here that are thinking and working outside of the box. Gotta love that.